What's up everyone, me JP2 here, and in today's video, we're taking a look at Focus Blast Dragalge. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. I remember looking at Dragalge's moveset, realizing this thing could learn Focus Blast, and I really wanted to use it just because no one would expect it. But it just didn't have a good way of getting there. Dragon Tail is 9 energy per fast move, and it just takes too long to get there. But with access to Acid, Acid's able to make it there much faster, I think like 20% faster. And as a result, it's able to get there like fast enough where it's actually viable in my opinion. It's obviously not lock-on, but it's able to get there pretty fast, and I think that that's pretty cool. So I decided I'm going to make a video on it, because people just don't really respect Focus Blast, and it's quite a bit of fun. Anyways, that's about it. Let's get to the battles. Into the first battle, and we lead Dragalge into a Ferrothorn. Now typically we'd be walled, but I do have access to Focus Blast, so I could one-shot them. I probably should be switching out into Scizor, because I need to bait out a Fire type if they have it, because if they have a Fire type in the back and I don't bait it out, I just lose. Now they send out Licky Licky. Licky Licky tanks an Outrage, but they don't tank a Focus Blast. Just like that, they lose an entire Pokemon, and now this game should be pretty much over already. Yes, they have a Fire type in the back, but this is a Fire type that doesn't actually have a Fire type fast move. Still not good, don't get me wrong. It's actually not that bad for Scizor to deal with. Now they shield both Aqua Tails, then they send out their Ferrothorn, and I'm going to catch the Power Whip. Power Whip, it's double resisted here. It's actually double resisted anywhere. Every single Pokemon on my team is double resistant to grass. But so, thankfully, we have Mirror Shot, which is only single resisted. Now don't get me wrong, Mirror Shot is an abysmal move. It's terrible, but it does have that 30% chance of an attack debuff, and that's kind of why I'm going for it, seeing if I can get it. Go for another Mirror Shot, no debuff once again. Opponent sends out Marowak, and I catch a move. Now, I probably shouldn't have caught that move, because I need to get damage off onto this thing. So, I'm going to throw an Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail will not take him out. Alolan Marowak has some respectable bulk, and I'm going to be able to make it to another Aqua Tail. This Aqua Tail on CMP will take him out. You know, hopefully we can Focus Blast the Ferrothorn, but they don't let that happen, they go for a Power Whip. Honestly, I wasn't even sure if Power Whip would KO from that range because it's double resisted, but this game's over anyways, we have Scizor. Even if they have Thunder I don't think takes me out, and even if it did, we have a Ferrothorn with more health. And because they decide to play it out, I'm just going to disrespect them, go for a Trailblaze. It takes them out even with no bubbles, and we do take that game. We lead into Diggersby in the next battle. Now it's not that good, but with Focus Blast, we're able to hit for massive super effective damage instead of the super effective damage of Aqua Tail that they can tank 2 of anyways. No Scorching Sands debuff means this is a full power Focus Blast, so let's see how much it does. Focus Blast rocks the Diggersby, but Diggersby, it's very bulky. It does tank it. Now it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, I do have Scizor. Scizor can just farm him down, and I'll leave with a 2 Bullet Punch advantage. Opponent sends out Dedenne, which I don't really consider a good response to Scizor because there are shields up. In the no shields, Parabolic Charge can do a ton of damage, but since we have shields in play, it's not that good for them. They can boost their defense, but my attack was boosted first, and as a result, I'm still going to do the same with Bullet Punch. Now I'm going to go for another Trailblaze. They shielded again, so whatever they have in the back does not want to see Scizor. And because of that, I'm going to shield my Scizor. They send out Dusclops, and yeah, that's not a Pokemon that would want to see a double boosted Night Slash. Unfortunately, that's what they're going to have to see. It does huge damage. Now, this is an easy game for Ferrothorn to clean up. Dusclops gets KO'd by 1 Bullet Seed, and Dedenne is fully walled, so we take that game. We see Shadow Dragonite on the lead in the next battle. With Dragon Tail, this would be fine, but with Acid, we just don't have the same fast move pressure, so I'm going to immediately send out Scizor. Throwing immediately means I'm throwing 1 turn before they make it to a Dragon Claw. The opponent is actually over-farming. Now, as you can see, Scizor, despite resisting the Dragon Claws, is still getting torn apart by them. And now, we're going to go for a Night Slash into this Venusaur. Venusaur, it's going to get rocked by the Night Slash. Shadow Scizor attack stat is no joke. They're going to Frenzy Plant me. It's double resisted, but that also shows that Shadow Scizor, while it has a high attack stat, is also extremely frail. Now, they send out Sandslash. I lose CMP here, and I can't shield, because if I shield, that shows them that I have something I want to throw that they're going to want to shield. So I just let it go. They probably think it's an easy farm down, but nope. Goodbye. And Dragonite, even a superpower would not KO Ferrothorn. Still do a lot of damage, but we are able to take him out, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we lead into a Jellicent. I'm going to have to immediately send out Ferrothorn. Opponent makes a very nice catch onto Victory Bell, and that's honestly not that good for me. Now, Power Whip, I think it's still more efficient than Mirror Shot, if I'm being honest. Just because, actually no, it's double resisted, but I think when Mirror Shot is single resisted, Power Whip's still more efficient. But when it's neutral, I think Mirror Shot's better. Not entirely sure, but now they're going to Acid Spray me. Even if this is a Leaf Blade, it's not taking me out. Ferrothorn, double resisting that, it's fine. I'm going to go for a Mirror Shot. This will take them out. If they want a shield, they're going to have to double shields because they'll have to take 2 Mirror Shots. They send back out Jellicent. I'm not able to make it to another Power Whip, so let's see if their counting's right. Apparently their counting is spot on, and now I'm going to have to send out Scizor. Bullet Punch is resisted, but Night Slash, if we get the boost, will not make Bullet Punch look resisted. Now they Shadow Ball me, and that's not good at all. Now they're going to Surf me, and now let's see what Dragalge can do. Yes, Aqua Tail is resisted, but that's fine. Opponent sends out Cradily. Bye. Now, this game I think should be winnable since I have 2 shields, and then I decided to throw the game. I was hoping I could call a Surf Bait, be cool, but they just Shadow Ball me, and now I think I get hexed down. So I'm pretty sure I've just fully thrown this game. I'm going to make it to another Aqua Tail, but I think I'll have to get Damage Registration Error to get another Aqua Tail. So let's see if we can get that, and then we do. So I might actually get bailed out by Damage Registration Error, but it doesn't KO. But the Hex does, so we do lose that game. Honestly, I really should have won that game, but I just decided I thought I'd be fancy and no shield a Surf, but it wasn't a Surf, and it cost me the game. We see Amoonguss in the lead in the next battle. They're going to go for Foul Play, and I'm going to farm up, and I'm going to go for an Aqua Tail. This could be an Outrage. Most people would expect an Outrage, so they might shield, and they actually do. Now I'm going to shield back because I have a lot of energy, and the opponent might feel inclined to switch out. I actually switch out, though. And now Scizor, I'll be able to make it to Night Slash before they make it to a move. Night Slash will take him out from this range, so actually let it go. Now they send out Dewgong, and Dewgong is a Pokemon that could definitely get rocked by Focus Blast, but they're going to have to eat a Trailblaze first. Trailblaze pulls a shield, and now if they want to take me out, they have to go for a Drill Run. I don't know if an Icy Wind would KO. Icy Wind does not KO. They get a bit of extra farm, which, that's fine. Ferrothorn can take care of that. If they want to go for an Icy Wind, that's fine. Drill Run will hit for slightly more, but it doesn't get the debuff. They then send out Jellicent, and yeah, I think this game's over at this point. I want to throw a Focus Blast, so we're going to CMP Sack Swap them. When this happened, I was like so overjoyed. We Focus Blast them, it doesn't take him out, and as you can see, that was a CMP Sack Swap. They Surf, it takes me out, and Ferrothorn just gets 1 Bullet Seed. Absolutely hilarious. Opponent, they're Dewgong. They get 1 turn Bring In. Doesn't actually matter here, though, because I have a shield anyways. So even if they had 1 CMP, which I don't even know if they do, but I would have shielded. We see Gligar in the lead in the next battle. Gligar seen a resurgence because of the Fury Cutter buff. Also, don't forget, I have an Ultra League Gligar. That's probably the next video. But, so they're going to go for Dig. Dig's not going to do too much to Ferrothorn because it's neutral, and Dig got nerfed a while back. But I'm going to Mirror Shot him. They actually decided no shield. And now, I'm just going to go for a Power Whip. Power Whip won't KO, but it'll do a lot more damage than Mirror Shot would. Opponent lets the Power Whip go, and at this point, I'm fine with just no shielding. This takes me out, so be it. But then, I'm going to pivot out into Dragalge. I was hoping that I could farm down. This should just be an Aerial Ace. It's actually not, though. I wasn't counting right. We get hit with the Dig, but that's fine. We have enough health to make it to an Aqua Tail into the Samurott. So I'm going to go for the Aqua Tail. Opponent shields it. And now, we're going to go for a Focus Blast. Opponent might think I'm baiting again. The thing is, I'm not. Focus Blast rocks the Samurott. And now let's see what this game can... Let's see Scizor close out this game. They have Drapion in the back, and yeah, Scizor will be able to close out this game pretty easily. So yeah, Night Slash, they shield, and we get the boost. It's completely unnecessary. I'm pretty sure we were winning anyways. They Aqua Tail me, but this game's over. They're getting destroyed by Bullet Punch, and they concede the match. We see a Wigglytuff lead in the next battle. Having Acid over Dragon Tail, it makes this matchup so much better. Now they're going to go on, and I think throw on 6 here. This is only a Swift, but I want a shield because it could do some damage. Now I'm going to go for an Aqua Tail. They might shield, they might not. Wigglytuffs love to shield. This one actually doesn't. I'm just going to get a full farm down, which is perfect. Now let's see what they do. They send out Feraligatr, and I'm going to go for an Aqua Tail here. Aqua Tail gets the shield, and once again, we're going to be able to throw a Focus Blast into a water type with Hydro Cannon. Now, Focus Blast almost one-shots them, and the opponent just concedes the match. Whatever they had in the back, or I don't even know, maybe they had, I don't know what they had in the back. They actually still might have won depending on what they had. But they were just done after getting Focus Blasted, and I can't blame them. This next battle, we see Lanturn on the lead. Lanturn's fully walled here. It's fine. They're going to go for a move to Surf, and I'm going to go for an Aqua Tail bait. I don't really want to reveal that I have Focus Blast, so I'm going to go for the Aqua Tail. Opponent no-shields it. Just my luck, but I'm going to go for another Aqua Tail. Honestly, an Outrage would KO from this range, so if they shield, I would understand. And yet they still don't shield. Okay then. They're going to go for a move here. It's just another Surf. And now I'm going to farm up, and I miscounted their energy, so I have to commit a shield. Now they're going to Surf me, and I'm just going to Acid farm them down. Now let's see what they send out. They send out Ferrothorn. Typically Ferrothorn would be a hard wall, but bye. And then we still lose because they have a Talonflame in the back. So yeah, this game, I still lose this despite them completely losing a Pokemon. They're going to go for a move here. I'm going to have to shield. It's going to be a Flame Charge. And now they're just going to do way too much Incinerate damage. I try to throw on good timing and I just get incinerated down. So I have to concede the match there. Thought that was a good match though. I land a Focus Blast and still lose. The next battle, we see a Jumpluff lead. Opponent sends out Drapion. I don't really have that good of a response. So I'm going to farm up a bit. They're going to go for a move here. It's a Crunch. Crunch does some okay damage. I'm just going to send out Scizor. Now Scizor will win CMP with Night Slash. Night Slash will be able to deal some damage, but they're going to shield it. Now I'm going to shield back. It's probably an Aqua Tail. Yeah, it is an Aqua Tail. At this point, I'm just thinking, alright, I'll double shield. Okay then. So we're going to shield the Crunch, and now if they send out Jumpluff, it's going to have to eat a Night Slash. Now I'm going to go for the Night Slash. Night Slash doesn't take him out, but it'll deal a respectable amount of damage. I actually get the boost, and the opponent catches the next Night Slash onto Diggersby. Now they, I think, don't sneak a move here. They don't sneak a Quick Attack, and as a result, I'm going to be able to make it to a Focus Blast before they make it to a Scorching Sands. Bye. And now they're going to have to go for a move with Jumpluff. Jumpluff will have to throw a move here. It's going to be an Aerial Ace. Doesn't even KO, but I still have a full health Ferrothorn and a pretty decent health Scizor. They have to Acrobatics me here, but they don't, and they get farmed down. We only needed 2 Pokemon and we take that game. We see a Cradily lead in the next battle. Decent lead. They're on Acid, which is good. And now, let's see what they do. They're going to throw a Rock Tomb here. Rock Tomb, it's going to debuff my attack, but it's Focus Blast. Come on. Focus Blast does not care about my attack stat. They shield. I think this was one of the very few matchups where the opponent actually shielded, and I was really sad to see that. I'm going to send out Scizor though, get a bunch of farm, and I'm going to throw right on CMP. Night Slash will take him out. If they want to get a debuff, they can shield, but I'll just clear the debuff by switching. They elect to let it go, and then they send out Mandibuzz. Now, Mandibuzz, very problematic for my backline, because the only thing I have that hits for neutral is Bullet Punch or Mirror Shot. I'm going to Night Slash him anyways. Hopefully I can get the boost, because if I get the boost, they'll get torn apart by Bullet Punch. They already kind of are getting torn apart by Bullet Punch. I'm just going to send out Ferrothorn. Just try and soak some energy, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to throw a Dark Pulse. Now, I'm going to go for a Mirror Shot. I win CMP here. I was actually kind of surprised to think about that, but then I realized Mandibuzz is extremely bulky, so it makes sense. We get the attack debuff too, which is very nice. And then they Dark Pulse me. It does less because of the attack debuff. Now we're going to Mirror Shot him again. I need another Mirror Shot to KO, and then they send out Kanto Marowak. Now that one turn bring in there, that's actually like supposed to happen because I think they switched after they snuck a move. I'm not sure though. Anyways, we're going to snipe them with the Trailblaze. Shadow on Shadow. Goodbye. And now Mandibuzz gets farmed down. They're going to go for a move here. Safe play is just shield, Bullet Punch will KO, and we are able to take this game. Into the next battle, and we lead Dragalge into Talonflame. Very nice to see it here because my backline will get destroyed. So I'm going to farm up 7 and go for the Aqua Tail. This is perfect timing, and Aqua Tail will hit very hard, so the opponent is going to shield. Now I'm going to shield back because I want to preserve my Dragalge. They go for a Brave Bird, and then they send out Dedenne. Now I farm up as much as possible, and then send out an absolute wall that is commonly known as Ferrothorn. Dedenne, they're going to play rough me. I don't think that's the right move there. I think you're supposed to Parabolic Charge just because your defense boost is going to be very important, especially when you're at the most health. So now, Mirror Shot hits pretty hard. They're going to get debuffed as well, so now they're going to be able to do less damage to me. And I'll be able to go for a Mirror Shot. This won't KO, Power Whip would, so kind of a mistake on my end, but at the same time I also get Farm. Granted, it doesn't really matter when they have a dang Talonflame, but I'm just going to pivot into Dragalge again. They send out Talonflame, probably trying to snipe or something. I'm going to Aqua Tail them, they're going to shield, and now I'm going to actually overfarm. I'm perfectly fine committing a shield here if it means I get extra energy. Now I'm going to throw a couple more acids and go for an Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail will take them out from this range, and let's see what they bring in. They send out Primeape, and Primeape is going to get removed from the face of the earth by a Focus Blast. Goodbye, Dedenne, one acid takes it out, and we are able to take that game. We see abysmal lead in the next battle as we lead into Shadow Quagsire. I'm going to send out Ferrothorn, and the opponent sends out Dragalge. Now, I was suspicious that they might be on Focus Blast, but I severely doubted it. They're most likely just hard-walled because I think the moves that Dragalge learns besides Focus Blast are going to be Aqua Tail, Sludge Bomb, Hydro Pump, and Outrage. So they then proceed to Outrage me, which just further proof that they're completely walled. So I'm going to go for Mirror Shot again. I get an attack debuff, and I think that means I actually live this Outrage. They're going to go for a move. It is the Outrage. Doesn't take me out. I'm going to save a move on my Ferrothorn, which will be very important later, and then send out Dragalge. Now they're going to Aqua Tail bait me. Not sure why they did that. And I'm going to go no shield again. They're going to go for an Aqua Tail, so they're probably just Aqua Tail Stone Edge. Some Quagsires are on Mud Bomb, but this one doesn't appear to be. I'm going to Aqua Tail bait them, and now I'm going to be able to make it to a Focus Blast. Opponent, if they want to save that energy, they're going to have to double shield. And they really want the energy that they have, too bad. Too bad. And now let's see what they have in the back. They send back out Dragalge. We're just going to farm down with Scizor. I have a 2-shield energy advantage, Scizor, and we take that game. We see a Shadow Scizor on the lead in the next battle. Not good. I throw one acid, then send out my own Scizor. This is something that you should really never do, is send in a Pokemon, like send in a mirror when you're at an energy disadvantage, because you almost always lose unless it's a baiting game, and this is not a baiting game, it's just straight Night Slash. I'm going to have to double shield because I want Bullet Punch damage, because I don't really have any other source of damage into this thing. I'm going to go for another Night Slash. Night Slash, actually I get the boost, and I'm going to send out Ferrothorn. I'm going to be able to go for 2 Bullet Seeds. I think they're going to be in 1 Bullet Seed range after this. Night Slash does huge damage. I send out Dragalge, and they send out Lapras. They're not expecting this. I'm going to go for a Focus Blast. Goodbye. And now the opponent fully loses the Lapras. Let's see what they send out, and they send out Blastoise. So yeah, this game kind of just immediately ended after that because, yeah, what are they going to do? They go for Hydro Cannon. It doesn't take me out, but I'm not going to have enough health to make it to a Focus Blast. I settle for an Aqua Tail, which honestly should be fine. Opponent fails the catch, and now I'll just be able to go for a Power Whip. Power Whip, I don't think it KOs. Actually, no, it does. And goodbye, Blastoise. We will take that game. Overall, I had a lot of fun running this. Like, people will still probably shield if you farm up to an Outrage because they think you're on Outrage, and then you bait them. But then you also have Focus Blast, so honestly it almost sometimes feels like I have access to 3 moves, which is kind of cool. Focus Blast, still going to be able to rock Pokemon, but it doesn't get same type attack bonus. Now, it's just so much fun that Dragalge got a better fast move than Dragon Tail, because don't get me wrong, Dragon Tail's not bad, it's just having a faster energy generation move like Acid is significantly beneficial for it, which I think is what actually made me choose to make this video in the first place. So yeah, Focus Blast Dragalge, ton of fun. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.